right, from macroeconomic predictions on to the men who really have their skin in the game. And that's, of course, Bob Dudley, the CEO of BP, was in conversation with us right here at Davos. And I quizzed him on whether this whole ease of doing business ranking that has jumped up about 30 odd notches has really translated on the ground. And Dudley vouches for the fact that it has. In fact, he believes that it's easier to do business in India, and that will entail and will extract higher investments out of BP. In fact, Dudley also believes that the government had invited BP to participate in the India fuel retailing story, and Bob Dudley will be very, very keen to participate in that as a part of BP. So here's Bob Dudley in conversation with us, talking about natural gas, talking about higher investments, and talking about how it's easier to do business in India. This is the BP Global CEO in Davos.
So I've had the opportunity to meet him many times about his thoughts on changing the energy systems in India and also playing that bigger role. So I think this is not new for me, and I think it's absolutely appropriate. A country like India that's growing so fast, young populations, got such great potential, I think it's good to see that, and I think it's good for the world.
Indeed, good for the world, especially at a time when the world is perhaps seeing antipathy to globalization from some of the developed markets. He is perhaps taking claim to that. He also spoke about ease of doing business, and he comes armed with that. We've jumped about 30 odd notches in the ease of doing business list of World Bank. You are a big investor in India. You've done business with India for the past few years. Have you seen significant changes on the ground?
I absolutely have. We have a great partner in India with Reliance. Some of the developments that we were going to do in natural gas, which India needs very much, were slower than I was hoping. But under Prime Minister Modi, I've seen a very big change, and the Energy Minister, Pradhan, has just made a big difference with us. So I see the enthusiasm and the encouragement for it. So it feels easier, and we're making big commitments to invest billions of dollars now.
Do you believe the changes on the ground are changing your investment strategy as well?
They absolutely are. The idea that gas is important, being able to make decisions, has given us the confidence to develop those R-series natural gas fields off the East Coast now. And we'll see big investments going in 18-19 lead to new natural gas production in 2020. We wouldn't do that without confidence because, like all of our industry, BP is on a capital diet, so we're really careful of where we invest our money. So I'm very enthusiastic about it.
I want to take a quick question. What is it? I mean, yes, we've seen a World Bank listing jump. We've seen a Moody's upgrade. We've seen a GST rollout, 1,400 obsolete laws being done away with. But as an investor in India and as somebody who's invested big bucks in India, what are the new changes? What are the new structural reforms that you would expect and anticipate from this government?
So we've had businesses there a long time. For example, with Castrol Lubricants, we do some of our computer work on an extensive scale there. But it's the upstream in us and the encouragement of natural gas, clean energy, making it economic. My view, India should produce every molecule it has of its resources of natural gas and oil, combine it with renewables, and that's been encouraged now. And the market pricing of resources and natural gas makes a huge difference. In fact, without that, we wouldn't be able to develop these fields.
Are you happy with the prices there are now, or do you expect that this should be more market-linked?
Well, there's been a change in the formula that makes it more market-linked, and it's approaching, but it's to the point where the projects now are economic. If they were completely let to economic world market prices, and bless you, then I think you would see even more resources developed in India. So you could do more, but this is enough to make them economic.